Hi again, I am Erin, and today we're going to talk about trauma. So, I thought that Bruce Perry was very interesting. He showed resilience when his wife was murdered, and he moved on to be incredibly productive and effective in helping others. I really loved the story of the kids that got taken out of the cult and how he helped those kids. I find it important that we realize the physiological factors of stress and anxiety. I think that's overlooked. So I thought that was great that he was able to prove that these kids were really stressed with their heart rates. So he also talked about how resilience is not something that we just have, it's something that we can create and build within our kids. And I think that's really important because people sometimes think you're resilient or you're not. And I think that it's awesome just the work that he's done. And it does go along with the ACE scores, as we've talked about. These ACE scores really determine a lot and say a lot about a child. And if you can catch these ACE scores, like we've talked about educating teachers in those, you can definitely take the time to change the course that the child is on. He talked a lot about how the brain is wired differently and how this hyperarousal will lead to negative performance in schools. And if the teachers are aware of that, aware of these ACE scores, we can plan an intervention early on, and these children can maybe be successful. You would hope that we would be able to help those kids, just like Perry was able to help a lot of these children. It was also nice that he went over how to approach working with a child. It's much different than working with an adult, and how children will talk about their trauma in their own time, and how we can't really force it out of them, how we can't say, tell me what happened. You're going to have to get to know the child and build the child's trust and let them tell you what happened when they're ready to, and how the therapy does take time with the kids. They'll go over the trauma over and over again and slowly work through it. I think that trauma-informed care is really important. I think that Perry has grasped a lot of interesting things that are not talked about all the time. Just, why some people develop PTSD and how a lot of things in life are just rooted in the childhood, and how helping these kids early on can definitely lead to success in the future. So I think that it was a really good reading, and that's all I got. Thanks.